Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 23rd of July, and I'm looking at Vixen on the ZX Spectrum 128K, developed by Intelligent Design and released in 1988 by Martech. And I've died straight away. This doesn't bode well. Now, I don't know if anyone's actually played Vixen, but if you haven't, you'll probably remember the box art, which featured Page 3 girl Corrine Russell. Yes, indeed. Just goes to prove that horny teens will buy anything with a naked lady on the front. She wasn't quite naked. She had a sort of I don't know, a sort of leopard print bikini on or something like that. You'd remember it if you saw it. Interestingly, the name of the game had to be changed in Germany because it was pronounced slightly differently, and yeah, you might want to research that one yourselves because I can't really tell you on the channel. But let's just say I found it amusing. I just can't repeat it on here, unfortunately, being a family show and all that. But there you go. I actually had Vixen on tape back in the day, and I actually really enjoyed it. And I just wanted to see today, you know, is it going to live up to the expectations of my memories, or am I going to have to take my rose-tinted glasses off because I'm not really sure. So far, though, so good. Now, the aim of Vixen is basically to reach the end of every stage. These gravestone-looking things, they look like Wellington boots with eyes. Okay. You reach the end of the stage, you'll get a tally. Now you pick up those fox heads, and at some point you'll get a bonus stage to go and collect gems in a cave, which is lovely. And you'll see that. And I always remember this game for having the fox animations were really nice. Doesn't that look like a boot? Yes. You're supposed to be the last remaining survivor human, I believe, on a land of dinosaurs. I'm not quite sure who designed these, but they obviously haven't seen many dinosaurs because I have absolutely no idea what the hell those are meant to be. But hey, there we go. So we've got 70, I think every gem gives you bonus points. You can see the UI. Let's have a look at that for a quick minute there. You can see the fox head is your timer, by the way, so that ticks down, I believe. You can pick up extras as you go. Sometimes the graves. Oh, and the falling into the water animation is just pure gold. But there we are. So yes, you get bonus points for the gems. Like I said, you will go into a cave at the end of the stage. If you've got all the fox heads, then you will sort that out. Oh dear God, I got kicked in the face, quite literally. Right, so graphics. Let's have a look at those. Not too bad, to be fair. Oh my God. I did review this on the C64 not so long ago, but as I had the original on the Specky, I thought I'd have a look at that today. Now, the only difference really with the Spectrum 128, oh my God, collision detection, we'll talk about that in a minute. Animations are fairly smooth, I suppose. The walking animations are nice. The whip animation's quite cool. The enemies bounce around quite freely, so animation-wise, not too bad. A little stuttery at times, but it's not too bad. I mean, remember the Specky was just, you know, it only had a certain amount of technology it could work with. If you do hear cars going past in the background, it's because I've got the office door open today, and it's because it's melting point today. Right, now, you can see here I have now reached the level of the fox. White gems will actually put one up into the red boxes up there. So you've got your timer up there, which is 0 at the moment because we're not worrying about that. The fox head going down is basically your time limit for this. Once you run out, you will restore to human form. So you've got to try and get to the end and beat the timer, so to speak. Score in the top right-hand corner. And yeah, that's about it, really. Presentation-wise, it's not too bad. I actually quite like this. And the fox animation reminds me very much of Fox Fights Back on the Spectrum as well. So maybe they borrowed from this game. I have no idea what that gave me. Some sort of whip upgrade, maybe. I'm not sure. But hey, here we go. So we're going to reach the end of the level. It'll tally us up, tell us what our gem bonuses are and stuff like that. The character design's quite nice as well. It actually looks like a woman, which is, you know, that's fairly good for the Specky. Colour schemes are alright. I'm not quite sure about the red and green on the ground. I'm not sure who thought that was a good idea. But there we go. And my neighbour's just pulled up, so you're going to hear a car and probably a door slam in a minute, but hey. It's exciting, isn't it? You're getting a taste of my my neighbourhood life. Now, the reason I haven't done this in the early hours of the morning like I normally do is because I've actually got the house to myself, so I can actually get this done. I promise you that's not sound effects from the game. It is actually a car. So there we are. Oh, that's a nice glarge at the top of the screen. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, I thought we'd have another playthrough, see how far we can get through now. Sound of the car is really loud, but the sound on the game isn't too bad. There's not any music really, apart from on the menu screen, which, as you probably heard earlier on as we got on. The sound is basically this sort of noise and the noise of the enemies being hit, which I suppose is better than nothing. It's just a shame that we didn't get the nice soundtrack going through the game. That would have been really nice. Now, I'm not sure what that skull and crossbones actually does. It doesn't seem to kill you, although the dinosaurs do. But all in all, this is actually quite fun. I think the jumping is a little bit juddery. Other than that, we're not doing too bad. Precision jumping, by the way, can be a bit of a thing when you're going for trying to cross over water. But again, there we go. Collision detection, like I was saying earlier on. Collision detection is a little bit iffy on this. Sometimes you swear to God you've hit them with your whip and they'll just bounce through and hit you anyway. But that's a minor point. It's not overly bad. It's not enough for me to say don't ever play this game. It's actually quite good for a Spectrum. And I think if you'd have got this in the day, you'd have been quite happy with this. It's funny how the enemies disappear and then randomly reappear as different enemies. But yes, and they commit suicide, which is really strange as well. Now I'm going to try and get this red one. I'm going to whip these guys out of shape. There we go. And I've totally mistimed that. And there she goes, raving into the water. What a cool dance that is. Playability, not too bad. It's well, it's playable, you know, and it's fairly enjoyable. It's going to score sort of mid-range, this game, because I actually quite like this. And I think they did a good job. I think the developers did what they could with what they had. So well done, you guys. Age range, pretty much any. It's not massively hard. It's just all about timing, which as I get older, my timing just gets worse. I swear. Could be that I haven't actually played this game for, you know, the past 20 years, but hey. It's a side-scrolling platformy type game with an element of beat-em-up in there as well, which is nice. And I really do like this fox animation. I think it's really nice. Controls are very simple. You've got up, down, left and right. Not that you're going to use up. Actually, you do use up. Just ignore what I just said. Up, down, left, right. And fire. So basically, down will crouch. Up will jump. Yes, I know, it's another one of those up to jump games. But hey, we were kind of limited back in the day because most joysticks only had one button. And even the 2-button joysticks both were mapped to that button anyway, so oh well. The Amiga made use of 2, I believe, on quite a few titles towards the end of its life. But the Spectrum never quite managed the 2-button configuration. But there we are, never mind. It's a one-player game, so unfortunately it's a turn-based thing if you want to play with your mates. Doesn't say that you can't, so, you know, get on there and whip up some bad guys. Like I said, so, yes, your fire button will do your whip. When you're in fox form, by the way, you need to push the fire button to collect the gems that come out of the gravestones. You don't need to uncover them, they will do that automatically, just so you know. I'm really sorry about the glarge at the top of the screen. I'm really not sure what happened there. As soon as I hit new game, it just glarged out, and I'm not quite sure why. But there we are. But I think, all in all, oh yeah, the red fox heads, by the way, that's an extra life! And probably going to need it because, well, those boots kick you straight in the face and sometimes just completely ignore the collision detection. Why did that raptor just fall out of the sky? I really don't know. That was destined to fail. I was either going to drown or I was going to be... or I was going to get hit by that other guy. So either way, I was dead at that point. Anyway, this has been Vixen. I hope you've enjoyed it. My name's Rich. This has been the Retro Revival Show. And I have absolutely loved bringing this to you today. I should have another one for you in a couple of days' time. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I hope you are surviving in this incredibly hot weather today. Very unusual for the UK to be in 32-degree heat. Especially in the Midlands, which is where I am based. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the review. I will see you again soon. You keep it retro. And until next time, my friends, bye for now.
You